Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Highline in the Magic City on the Highline channel. Special greetings to those of you joining us here live in the Magic City Highline Fronton. All Mutuals wagering is now open on today's 8-game performance. Each of today's 8 games offers Win Play Show, Quinella, Trifecta, and Exacta Wagering. Both the Mighty Ocho and Early Daily Double begin in Game 1. To play the Mighty Ocho, correctly pick the winners of each of today's 8 games. The Early Daily Double involves picking the winners of Games 1 and 2. We then have 2 Pick 3s, an Early Pick 3 and a Late Pick 3. Early Pick 3, Games 2, 3, and 4. Late Pick 3, Games 6, 7, and 8. Then have the high-paying High 5 jackpot, the most popular wager here at Magic City. Correctly pick the winners of Games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly, have the only ticket that does so, you'll cash in on the High 5 for today. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in the state of Connecticut, mywinners.com. However, placing a bet is not necessary in order for you to enjoy today's action. We have 1 scratch and 1 printer's error in today's program. Once again, we have 1 scratch and 1 printer's error in today's program. There are no scratches in Game 1. There are no scratches in Game 2. Let's move on to Game 3. Post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Ben. Game 3, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Ben. Game 4, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Julin. Game 4, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Julin. Game 5, post 5, scratch the front court Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Game 5, post 5, in the front court, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. There are no scratches in Game 6. Finally, in Game 7, post 3, printer's error, take Hyro out, put Douglas in. Once again, Game 7, post 3, take Hyro out, put Douglas in. Game 7, post 3 is Douglas and Kubala. Game 7, post 7, the scratch. Scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Game 7, post 7, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Those are the scratches as they affect today's performance in its entirety. With all that in mind, we ask you to make your wagers as early as possible within scheduled post times, then sit back and relax. Post time for game number 1 is now just 7 minutes away. Andrew.
Stu.
Normally I ask you how you are, but I don't really care.
Okay,
so let's move on, okay?
Well, yeah, you know, it's good. Honest start.
I discovered a phrase last night.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay. I discovered a phrase last night that I've been obsessed with. In fact, I lost sleep over it. Wrote it down and everything, see?
Is it like prophetic, or is it like
No, it's so it's...
Is that a word, prophetic?
Yeah, prophetic is absolutely a word.
Sounded,
by the way,
sounded good. Yeah, I don't know.
People know or should know I'm kidding. How are you?
No, we're good. It's not important, you know.
Okay.
Not much is going on.
Thank you for the soda and the Jamaican beef patty.
You're welcome.
Both delicious.
You're welcome.
Normalization of deviance. Concept of normalization of deviance. So we're not talking about deviant behavior. It's actually a concept in management. I'm sure some of our engineers, because we do have several people who pay attention.
Yeah, sure.
In fact, I haven't turned on YouTube yet.
I just opened.
We do have several engineers, but what this was specifically in reference to that I learned about was the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Okay. Yeah.
Tragedy. And that is part of the investigation. It's this basically where management becomes so set in the ways of managing and so adherent and so set and so focused on the chain of command that you're not open to or receptive to even a big thing like that someone brings to your attention.
Right.
Like, for instance, for game one, we have someone that's running a little late, but he's going to be here. May not see him in the practice, but he's going to be here.
Sure.
So as long as that is a one-off, that's okay. But if we start accepting that, it becomes the norm.
Right.
So normalization of deviance. It was a very interesting concept to me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So not prophetic.
Yeah. It's not like a saying. It's just like a phrase.
It's impactful. It's I imagine something would be taught in business school or something that would be taught in, I don't know, something to just be taught.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
So how was your evening?
Well, nice night last night, celebrating the engagement of my best friend Alex and his future wife Shelby. So congratulations to them.
That is awesome.
That was nice, Got to spend the day, meet some folks. A lot of social time. So I'm not going to talk much today.
You're not the most social person in the world.
Yeah. The one thing that when I figured out, I was thinking about it on the way here, it's good to be at events where other people are drinking. I was driving because it makes... You just let them go. I just let this guy. I was talking about homeowner insurance law for about 2 hours yesterday, and it was, I tell you what, it was actually quite interesting. So, in the state of Florida in particular, because we've taught law, and he said you can sue anybody for anything here, and he was talking. It's very interesting.
Was that what he was talking about?
He's just talking about what he does and liability and what the cases he cut. Very interesting stuff. But
I think one of my favorites along those lines, one of my personal favorites, I believe it happened here in Florida. I'm not sure. I don't think it's urban legend either.
Yeah.
I do think I actually remember this. Was someone had just done basically a breaking and entering of someone's home.
Okay. Yeah.
And it would have been the suburbs of South Florida. And this would have been in the 80s, I believe. And the homeowner woke up and the person ran after breaking into their home, tripped on a sprinkler in his yard, and sued the homeowner.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he was, of course, charged.
Yeah,
he was, of course, was charged and whatever, but still,
that's crazy.
But still sued the homeowner, and it's like, wow.
It's like you shouldn't have been there. Well, you shouldn't have been here.
Wow, I have no idea what the resolution of it was, but that's fascinating. 3 minutes to go.
Yes, we do have a video here. We're going to get to it. This one's going to explain the scoring format for all 8 games, which today, as every day, is Spectacular 7 scoring.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And we're back here about 2 minutes from the start of game number 1.
So let's
say hello.
Yeah, exactly. We have Jatna first out of the chute. Jatna, who pays quite close attention to the program, as we know. Very defensive battle court match Friday. Manu and Urbieta made some amazing. They did. That match went on forever and ever and ever. Also, Lopez obviously made his adjustment to the court. Definitely as of this last week. So I'm pleased to tell Rats and Gonaga that it's okay to smile. Look, I got to tell you something, Jatna. They're Gonaga is one of the most friendly people you could ever want to meet. Very professional.
I say Gonaga. He smiles.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He's got more of a dry wit, I would say, and Arats has a great smile. But it's a little serious back here. It's definitely, Andrew and I think make it a little bit more playful, but occasionally tense as well. Sorry, we just heard something funny back here. Someone say, "Let's give credit where credit's due." Mike Diaz says,
I must spit out my coffee.
Dry wit, it's just dry. That's good.
Okay, good, guys. you know, it's, you know, the Patriots, when they were during their runs, too, they weren't smiling a lot in the locker room. You know, they run a tight ship.
Time to begin
And
game
they win.
one. Juice has the serve. Jedden receives. Juice serves. We begin. Beautiful scoop by Jedden at the 10 line. Low, hard backhand. Picked up by Juice. Robote, a rebound off the back wall. Point for Jedden. Point 2. Receiving the white shirt, post 3, El Barba. That backhand hits the overhead screen. That's out of play, point 2. Green, post 4, CRB receives. Jedden commits to the backcourt, makes the catch. Low, hard backhand, caught by CRB. Jedden still committed to the 12 line. Robote left side by CRB. CRB on the scoop, backhand from the 10 line. Jedden's there. Robote forehand. Ball tipped at the 9 line. Well played by both players. CRB gets the point. Here's the black shirt, post 5. Cool Fitness receives. That is funny. Andrew was just pointing out that Ratz is sitting, you know, he hasn't gotten on the court yet. Smiling.
Smiling. Jadna.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here's a backhand by Cool Fitness. Robote just missed there at the 7 line, point 4. Yellow shirt, post 6, Kubala receives. Robote left side. Catch by Kubala. Kubala to the inside. Catch by CRB. CRB on the backhand. Try to get it back. Hit the pad. Point 6. Kubala will take over the serve. Receiving in the pink of post 7, Tennessee. Point 6. 6 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 8. Flores will complete the first round of play. Ball tipped. Off the serve, point 6. Six on the board with 3 points. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. Juice receives. Red at post 1. Here's the backhand by Juice. Kubala's there. Backhand. Robote forehand. Kubala from the 8 line. Scoop. Juggle. 0.6. Kubala's gone straight points to a possible game point, trying to stop him. Wide of post 3, El Barba. There's the backhand by El Barba. Robote left side by El Barba. Big bounce. Well, takes it. Here's the backhand. Robote by El Barba. El Barba again, this time from the 11 line. The inside, Kubala on the catch. Backhand. El Barba's there. Backhand, this one passes. Robote for Kubala. Catch by Kubala, here's the backhand. Robote forehand, caught the pad, and the pad is bad. Point in game, post 6. Kubala, 6 wins it. 2 serves to 4. This is for second and third place. There's a backhand by CRB. Robote, forehand, rifled. Rotate forehand by Jed. Scoop by CRB. Jed, an excellent Robote save. That cleared the overhead screen. Here's CRB from the 10 line. Powerful Robote to the inside. Passes. Jed on the catch midcourt. Robote forehand up, and away. That's out of play. 2 places. 4 shows. Results from game 1 are official. Coming in first, post 6, Kubala. Taking second, post 2, Jed. And coming in third, post 4, CRB. 6-2-4, the official order finished for game 1. $2 Quinella, 2-6, 23-20. Trifecta, 6-2-4, 80-20. $2 wager on 6 to win, 960. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 2 begins the early pick 3 for today. Correctly picked winners of games 2, 3, and 4 to play the pick 3. There are no scratches in game 2. Don't forget that Bueno is scratched in all his scheduled appearances today. Post time for game 2, 7 minutes. Good luck. So we need to finish saying hi. So we have Jatna, of course. Steve M. Hope you're doing well. Mo, as always, good afternoon. William, Peter Tenor. Tina, I'm glad that you're enjoying the highlight here. Good afternoon, Randolph. Mr. Carlton. Michael Dupuis. Yeah, Jatna, they are good guys. King Tup 1. I remember when Joey ruled this game. So do I, actually. I began announcing towards the end of his career. But that's actually it is one of my favorite, off, just not really having anything to do with the highlight court.
Yeah.
Smoking cigars with Joey. That's one thing that in talking about highlight, that is one thing that I missed. That was a solid multi-year period when he had when he had his house in Plantation. I remember walking to his house. It's funny, by today's standards. So at that time, there were still about 10 cesta makers or 8 cesta makers or something like that. He was playing with
Quite a few.
He was playing with Indanegi, made his cestas, and his cesta delivery came, and it was sitting in the foyer of his home, and there were 8 cestas. Now, to take an 8 cesta delivery would be like to give cestas to the whole roster, not one guy who would pick, maybe 3, and then sell the other 5, or pick 4 and sell 4 of them. Hold on to, that was it. That was the standard back then. Players used to get these bundles of cestas. They used to go through and see which one, because even though they were custom made for that player, there was still, they're all handmade, so there's slight differences. And then typically, like if it was a late game player, like a Joey, an Ara, Michelena, these guys, they pick the one out of the batch or 2 out of the batch that they're going to use for the next, month or so, and sell the rest to other guys on the roster. Once upon a time.
You said that you took lessons, right, one summer from Joey. Was that common that players would offer up
No.
Yeah, I never heard that before. Man.
So, I mean, the best way to understand that was one summer, and it was the summer, again, I have difficulty to remember if it was the summer of 86 or the summer of 87. So there were 2 players that I knew that did it, but both of them had a tie to North Miami Amateur.
Okay. That makes,
Okay, so Billy, former number 14 Billy from Miami Highlight, who, of course, his career ended with a ball strike to the forehead. And Joey. Joey, I know, did it for one summer. And, my lesson with Joey, that's a funny story that I wouldn't normally tell on the broadcast, but since you brought it up, Andrew. It was, I was playing in the Highlight School, and I've been playing in the Highlight School for a few years. And people were puzzled as to why I couldn't throw a Robote.
Yeah.
I just had this mental block with the Robote.
Am I crazy? Did we talk about this? Didn't you bring it up?
I think we discussed it personally, didn't we?
I don't know. Someone in the chat, let me know. I'm sorry if I brought it. I didn't mean to.
No.
But
it's not. No, because to sit back and say I took lessons, what
lesson.
Happened was Joey was during the summer he'd take lessons with Joey for whatever he was charging at that time, and some people did it for their kids, and he had this one afternoon that wasn't booked, and he was there, and I was there. And he said, "Come on."
Yeah, let's
so the 2 of us just went out onto the 150-foot court at North Miami.
Yeah.
For about 40 minutes.
Damn.
Him, basket in one hand, cigar in the other, and we went over different parts of my game. And he says, "Yeah, I don't get it."
Yeah, guys. There's a little bit of a disconnect here.
Yeah,
Form looks good. You're throwing, and you just
form looks good. Catching's passable. Serves great, but. Wow, once the ball goes over your head, you're done.
It's
like, yep. Oh, my.
That's good fun. Dylan B. It's a fun game to play.
Andrew's recently gotten the bug.
Oh, we got a video here, folks. I'm sorry. 2 minutes till game number 2. We'll get back to that. This one explains how highlight is played.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
Less than a minute to go until game number 2 here. What a day. I mean, I got to share. Congratulations to my older brother, David. First career hole-in-one today. That's awesome. That's very fun. I'm thrilled for him.
I think that's excellent.
He's a great player, a good older brother.
Okay.
But the best ball striker in the family, and he deserves it. You know,
and according to your mother, he is the smart one.
You know, within, yeah, you know, depends on what we're talking about. But certainly in terms of golf, he knows more.
That killed me. It was that killed me that night. I think that was my first or second dinner with the family. It's like, wow.
Let's begin.
But it was honest. Or an honest opinion.
Yeah, no, it was. You got to respect that. Yeah, you got.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt post 1 is El Barber, receiving blue post 2, Ben. El Barber serves, we begin. Rebote forehand by Ben. Here's El Barber up at the 5 line. Point 2. 2 with the first point of game 2. Here's the white of post 3, Jedden. Dylan, some people compare it to squash. The court here that we're on is 120 feet wall to wall, and the ball's considerably harder than a squash ball, though. There's a backhand by Jedden. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Catch by Ben. Ben from the forehand. Jedden backs up, makes a great catch at the 10 line. Point 2. Joe on the board with 2 points. Here's post 4. The green shirt receives CRB. Costado 2-all opens and scores. Well thrown by CRB. Point 4. Receiving the black shirt of post 5, Cool Fitness. Backhand by Cool Fitness. CRB's there. Rebote left side. Nice and high. Big bounce. Point 4. 4 serving 2. The yellow of post 6, Flores. Here's a backhand by Flores. Flores from the 8 line to the inside. Catch by Flores, midcourt, backhand, wall to wall. Go to left side by CRB. Point 4. On the board with 3 points. Here's post 7. Tennessee receives. Fault underserved. That's loss of point, point 7. Here's the purple of post 8. Juice receives. Tennessee goes to their bote, 2-all. Juice with a hop. Soft play, read by Tennessee. Tennessee to the inside. Juice got to take that on the quick bounce at the 11 line. Bote by Tennessee. Oh, to the inside. That's going to score. Perfectly thrown by Tennessee. Point 7. Elbarba receives, red of post 1. There's a backhand by Elbarba, beautifully thrown. Bote forehand. Costi inside. Tennessee on the move, makes the rebote. Point 7. Seven with 4 points. Here's post 3, Jedden. Here's the backhand by Jedden. Rebote. 2-all. Got him. Point 7. Possible game point for the pink post 7 Tennessee, trying to stop him, Ben. Rebote forehand by Tennessee. Ben's going to let it pass. Rebote's not there. Point in game, post 7, Tennessee. 4 places, 2 shows, unofficial order finish, 7-4-2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Winning game 2, post 7, Tennessee. Taking second, post 4, CRB. Coming in third, post 2, Ben. 7-4-2, the official order finish for game 2. Our early daily double, 6-7, returns $25.60. $2 wager on 7 to win, $25.40. $2 Quinella 4-7, $45. Trifecta, 7-4-2, $229.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, game 3. Game 3 will begin the high 5 for today. To play the high 5, correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so, there's a $2,000 minimum guarantee in it for you. Scratches affecting the high 5. Bueno is scratched in all his scheduled appearances today. Game 3, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Ben. Once again, game 3, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Ben. Then in game 4, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Julin. Game 4, post 6, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Julin. Moving on to game 5, post 5 in the front court, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Game 5, post 5 in the front court, scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. There are no scratches in game 6. Finally, in game 7, the last game in the high 5, Game 7, post 7. Scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Game 7, post 7. Scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. There's also a program error. Game 7, post 3. Take out Jairo. It's Douglas and Kubala. Game 7 and post 3. Douglas and Kubala. Post time, 6 minutes. Good luck. So, Dylan, guys are going to answer the question for you for the most part, but no, basically it's served to the front wall. So it has to be served, like you could see behind the screen right there, you just saw Bragley. It's served, its ball's bounced at the 11 line and thrown to the front wall. It has to land on the floor between the 4 and 7 line. So you just have to get the serve in. I'm using air quotes as I talk to you. And then it's caught and thrown from there. Until someone throws it where someone else can't catch it, or they throw a kill shot, or the ball bounces twice, or is bobbled, something like that. It's really just catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw. Then there's a shot, or there's a missed ball. Ball can touch the floor once after a player throws the ball. So those are the basics. Matthew Eves asks an interesting question. Do you think the unique court is the major barrier to adoption of the sport? So if we're talking about here in the United States, I would say that that's part of it. Now, Matthew, I don't know if you mean our unique court, so the glass front wall and back wall, because this is actually a fairly easy setup and cost effective. Again, the whole reason why we have the setup that we have and didn't go with something more traditional, we are on a second floor of a 60, 70-year-old building. So in order to have put up cement, concrete, and rather to use, concrete and granite on a second floor, would have had to have changed the foundation of the building that we're in, and that just doesn't make any sense. So the glass court's not really a barrier, I don't think. Now, by history, highlighting the United States going back to the 1930s when they were really pushing it, you saw highlight. They tried to push it in the 30s in New York, and it didn't take at the Hippodrome. And then you also saw it in Chicago at the Rainbow Room. Many thanks to Steve M.
Yes.
For providing some incredible finds over the years to this program. From places like the Rainbow Room in Chicago and also New Orleans. It didn't take in other cities. It really only took in Florida and then in the Northeast in Connecticut and the one in Rhode Island for the summer. So do I think that the cost of the court was a barrier? I think that the cost of the court and the fact that the sport was always tied to gambling, even before sports betting became as profound as it is right now, I think those are the two major tripping points. The courts, it was very expensive to build a fronton. The major cost is in the court. If you look at Fort Pierce is no longer standing, but if you look at Ocala, they're basically just steel girder buildings. And I used to have, I think I still do, a picture of Fort Pierce that shows the metal structure, but the court, the granite already on the court and the concrete sidewall, etc.
And Dennis asking about the thickness. Yeah, back wall and front wall are the same material. Side wall is different than the back and front, but those two are identical.
Yeah.
Front and back. Yeah. How thick? Couple inches, inch and a half.
No.
An inch?
No, thickness? No, I'd say probably a half inch.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
an inch is actually sizable.
Yeah, it's not quite an inch. I'd say probably about a half. It's actually 2 panes of glass with a membrane. It's impact glass.
Okay.
So it's impact glass.
Broken twice.
Matthew, yes, as far as finding a place, you'd find you'd find handball and racquetball courts, or anything associated with Spanish ball. Randolph, you're absolutely correct. That was built specifically for the World's Fair back when you can invest a lot of money in building a place. But as far as it being played for gambling purposes, no, it was played just as a sport. And it even, the first one in St. Louis didn't take off. Next one was built in 1924 in Miami. That one blew away in the 26 hurricane. And the current Casino Miami still stands as the first fronton in the United States, 1926.
With that, we got game number 3. Let's begin.
Time to begin our third game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving red shirt at post 1, Robin. Receiving blue at post 2, Bragley. Hi, Dennis, and greetings from the Philippines. Always good to know that we have people watching. What's the name? Our ball is actually solid plastic, not rubber. There's no rubber in the ball. It's solid plastic, much like a hockey puck. There's a serve. We begin. Robote left side by Robin. Big bounce. Brought down by Bragley. Riley takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 8 line. There's a backhand by Bragley. Robote left side by Robin. Catch by Robin. 2-all. Bragley got there, could not bring it in. Well thrown by Robin. Point 1. One gets the first point. Game 3, receiving. In the white at post 3 is Anderluck. You're very welcome, Dennis. Good to have you watching in the Philippines. We know that highi has a tremendous following by history in the Philippines. One of our favorite members of the roster representing the Philippines right now, Robin. There's a backhand by Robin. Inside placement, just out of reach. Point 1. One on the board with 2 points. Here's post 4. Julian receives. Robote forehand by Julian. Robin's there. Scoop by Robin. Here's the backhand. Julian looking for the Robote. It's up. Robin at the 3 line. 2-all score. Point 1. 3 points for the 1 post. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here is Ikeda. There's a backhand by Ikeda. Robin's there. That backhand kicked up, caught the overhead screen, point 1. 4 points for Robin in the red of post 1, receiving yellow of post 6, Ben. Backhand by Ben, powerfully thrown from the 12 line. Robin from the 11. Robin on the catch. 1-1. Only 5 points. Pink, post 7, Carballo receives. Robote left side to the inside. Carballo going for it on the forehand, tipped it at the 8 line, point 1. Robin has gone straight points to a possible game point, trying to stop him. The purple of post 8, Kubala. Powerful coast to the inside. Kubala for the rebote. That's in play. Here's Robin from the 9 line. Backhand by Kubala. Rebote forehand by Robin. Scoop attempt is tip, point 8. Play will continue. That was a fine 6 straight points by Robin. Receiving blue post 2, Bragley. That's funny, T-Shark. I imagine that if I went to Robin with that right now and said, hey, by the way, you're playing 6 and 8 from now on. No, please, don't do that. There's a backhand by Bragley. Kubala with a tip ball, point 2. Wide of post 3 returns, Anderluck. There's a backhand by Anderluck. Bragley from the forehand. Anderluck takes it in the air at the 9 line. Backhand. Point 3. Anderluck will take over the serve. Receiving, Julin, green of post 4. J.D. De Castro, I've actually heard of you. Good to have you in the chat. Greetings, and thank you for doing the commentary. I'm sure you got me beat hands down. Forehand by Julin. Here's Anderluck. That backhand hits the overhead screen, which is out of play, point 3. You're on the board with 4 points. Here's post 5, Ikeda. King Tup, no question about it. Joey was one of the best in the history of the sport. And the matchups between he and Bolivar were absolutely legendary. Here's Ikeda on the backhand from the 11 line to the inside. Anderluck looks for the rebote. Forehand by Ikeda, catch by Anderluck. Anderluck powerfully from the right side. Beautiful catch by Ikeda at the 11. Backhand. Ikeda from the forehand. Rebote. Ikeda down low. Powerful right side. Anderluck, nice catch at the 9. Backhand. Powerful forehand to the inside. Rebote saved by Ikeda on the right side. Ikeda takes it in the air. Karam. Anderluck got there, tipped it. A well-played point by Ikeda, and Anderluck, point 5. Yellow post 6, Ben receives. JD, I'm flattered. Thank you. Actually, oddly enough, the pad is bad didn't start with me. It's just people hear it more with me than they do. One of the announcers at Dania years ago used it. But here it just sounds good. I'm glad you're using it there. Here's the backhand by Ben. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Ball tip, point 5. 4 points for the 5 post. Pink, post 7, Carballo receives. Powerful forehand by Carballo. Carballo on the backhand to the inside. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Light touch, caught by Carballo. Juggling on the catch of Carballo. Ball was bobbled up there at the 3 line, point 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the game cannot be played beyond 7 points. Ikeda has 5, Robin has 1, Robin has 6. Ikeda serves to Robin for the game. Scoop by Ikeda, backhand, powerfully thrown to the inside. Here's Robin on the rebote for the big bounce. Ikeda advances, takes it on the bounce. Outside placement. Robin got there, went for a quick release. Falling down in the process, hits the overhead screen. That is point and game to post 5. Ikeda, 1 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish, 5-1-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Winning game 3, post 5, Ikeda taking second, post 1, Robin coming in third, post 3, Anderluck. 5-1-3, the official order finish from game 3. There are the prices. $2 Quinella, that is first and second in any order, $1.5, $22.40. The trifecta 5-1-3, $131.60. Total wager on 5 to win, $8.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our fourth game. It is a spectacular 7. Singles match. It's played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There's a scratch. Game 4, post 6. Scratch Bueno replaced Bueno with Julin. Game 4, post 6. Scratch Bueno replaced Bueno with Julin. Post time for game 4. 7 minutes. Good luck. Backhand by Jedden. Tennessee goes to the floor, throws a 2-all. Jedden's on it. Hard throw, scoop by Tennessee. Tennessee back to the outside. In the air at the 11 line. There's the backhand, caught by Benny. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand thrown hard by Douglas. Benny's on it. 2-all by Benny. That is a beautiful Costado 2-all. Backhand by Ratz. Tennessee is there. Backhand from the 11 line goes deep. Rebote. Whoa, no Rebote. Ratz cut it off. Played for the big bounce. Manu backs up to the 10 line, makes the catch. There's the backhand. Rebote left side again to the inside. Catch by Manu. He winds up. There's the 2-all. That scores. Rebote left side. Catch by Inaki. 2-all, scores. Gochetti. Robin with a fine catch at the 9 line. Powerful throw to the outside. Gochetti is there. That ball is absolutely in play. Here's the rebote for Aratz. It passes. That's nice. Rebote left side by Nicholas. Aratz with the scoop. And the Costalo 2-all. My, oh my. Forehand rebote by Manu. Rebote left side by Douglas to the inside. Manu takes it on the forehand. Outside placement is the shot. It's stopped by Douglas. Karam is the shot. It scores.
Backhand by Gochetti. Low and hard. What a beautiful catch by Benny. Benny goes deep. That clears the overhead screen. Gochetti from the 4 line. Lethal. Backhand by Carballo passes. Robote. Big bounce. Carballo up the wall. Had some hang time there.
And folks, that top 10 takes us down here under a minute until we begin game number 4 today.
JBTV, greetings. Always good to see you in the chat, as well as everyone else. JM Mel, know you're visiting soon. Juanito, good to see you.
So the question, JD and Dennis. So is it a 2-man booth? Do you guys have that? Are you both announcers? Do you switch off day by day? How does that work? Because we've seen those on YouTube, and I remember talking to Robin, and he's like, "Oh yeah, these guys are a big deal over in the Philippines. They do a lot of the big games." So that's awesome that you're here with us in the chat, and hope to have the opportunity to meet you soon as well.
Yeah, that's not something to be taken lightly. They took Highlight very seriously.
Oh yeah.
Highlight was taken very, very seriously in the Philippines the entire time that it was played there. Very seriously. Ready to begin game 4. It is a spectacular 7. Singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first in serving the red shirt at post 1. Anderluck receiving the blue at post 2. Benny. Here's a serve. We begin. Rotate forehand by Anderluck. There's the backhand by Benny. Rotate forehand by Anderluck. Inside placement scores for Benny, point 2. White shirt at post 3 receives. Ikeda. Tough question, Adam Smith. Greatest of all time? Hard to say in highlight. Robote forehand by Benny. There's Benny with a light touch. Read by Ikeda. Ikeda picks it up at the 6th line. Backhand. Robote forehand by Benny. Benny makes the catch at the 10 line. Forehand to the inside. Ikeda takes it on the bounce. Here's the catch by Ikeda. Ball's tipped, point 3. Green shirt at post 4. Ben receives. But Adam, and I know you have very specific opinions on this, as do I. Did you just rule out all of the partidos that Bolivar played in that Bolivar played in Spain, France, that Joey did not? When you're talking about the greatest of all time in the United States, at Miami, and then Dania. Inside placement will score. 0.3. They're on the board with 2 points. Here's post 5. Robin receives. There's the backhand by Robin. Ikeda makes the catch. Backhand by Ikeda. Robote left side from the 9 line. Too low. That hits the pad, and the pad is bad. 0.3. They're on the board with 3 points. Here's post 6, Julian. Here's a backhand by Julian to the inside. Robote forehand. Julian takes it on the bounce at the 10 line. That ball's tipped. 0.6. Receiving the pink post 7, Carballo. Robote forehand by Julian. Carballo's there. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive a purple of post 8, Bragley. Carballo from the left side, backhand from the 9 line. Scoop by Baragli. Forehand to the inside. Robote. Forehand by Carballo. Carballo takes it in the air. Powerful forehand. Scores to the inside, 0.7. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red at post 1, Anderluck. Here's a backhand by Anderluck. Carballo midcourt. Forehand takes off. That hit the overhead screen, 0.1. Well, on the board with 2 points, here's post 2. Benny receives.
Here's the backhand by Benny. Robote. Left side. Benny on the catch. Gustavo 2-all scores. Point 2. Benny with 3 points. Now serving to the green of post 4. Ben receives. Here's a backhand by Ben to the inside. Benny from the 11 line. Catch by Ben. Backhand. Robote coming out. Forehand by Benny from the 6th line. Wall to wall. Perfect placement for Benny will score. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue opposed to Benny trying to stop him. Robin. Here's a backhand by Robin. Benny makes the catch. Rotate forehand by Robin. Benny forehand, Robote save. Robin sets up at the 6th line. Costello 2-alls out. Point in game, post 2, Benny. 2 wins at 3 places, 7 serves to 1. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Here's the backhand by Anderluck. Carballo's there. Carballo midcourt. Low and hard. High scoop on the left side of Anderluck. Beautifully played. Carballo's looking for the Robote at the 9 line. Anderluck from the 8. Robote forehand. Anderluck's there. Outside placement. Scores. 1 shows. Unofficial order finished 2-3-1. Your price will be up in a moment. Game 2-3-1, the official order of finish for Game 4. Taylor Canelo 2-3, 13-20, trifecta 2-3-1, 92-40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 5, the first of our 2 doubles games. Spectacular 7 scoring. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Bueno, replace Bueno with Carballo. Post time, 7 minutes. Good luck. Mr. Smith, heard about you. Someone had sent the message that you took issue with the way that I announced. So, announcing, for the most part, is specific to the desires of the person who owns the building. The betting public, yes. Folks like yourself, absolutely. So, I know it's pissed some other people off when I've basically talked about, how long, but I like to give, the backgrounds that you understand. Started announcing in 1991, have been around the sport consciously since 1974, my childhood. And that doesn't make me right. That's just gives you scope of my experience. I brought in announcing what lines players were from as something unique because I was told to bring something unique back at Miami Highlight in the late 90s or early 2000s. And it's just something that I've continued. I continued at Fort Pierce when I managed Fort Pierce, when I managed Ocala. And believe me, I've heard all the announcers that you've heard, at least since the mid-'80s. And then, of course, going back, you want to go back to Don Lederman at Miami Highlight, who trained Kenny Paraglia, and Ken, who worked with Dave Lemon. Then you had Dave Lamont in the picture, both Dave and Dave at Dania more recently, Jeff Holtz. You've had some really good announcers in Highlight. And I certainly don't claim to be among them. I just claim to be the guy who they hired to help train the original 2018 Highlight players here at Magic City, and then 6 months later announce the games the way that I had at Miami and the other facilities. So the way that I've announced is always, I know you didn't bring it up in this chat, but someone had actually sent it to me in a message and said, do you want to respond to this guy? And it's like, well, no, because, Mr. Smith's entitled to his opinion, and it's your opinion. It's your opinion. You don't like the way that sounds. That's your that opinion's entirely valid. Doesn't mean I'm going to change it. No. My boss likes the way that I announce. So basically we'll continue. Regarding, the Joey Bolivar, I think we're for the most part in agreement. Joey was unique in the sport of highlight. Prior to Joey, taking the serve and killing it right off the serve was not a thing. In fact, many refer to it as the Americanization of the sport. And an entire generation of players, young American players, primarily trained at the North Miami Highlight School, came out, and actually many wound up in Connecticut as well, who basically just eyeing the serve to try to take the serve and kill it. But by the same token, it's a unique, it's a unique skill. Not everybody's particularly good at it. I was always impressed by the Auras and these other guys who would take the serve on the right side. That to me was... Yeah,
That's kind of...
That was just sick to watch them do that. Now, your comment regarding rubber ball, which I know you're not talking about us, because if you're talking about rubber ball that was on the first court at North Miami or the first court at Orbeas or the first court actually in Connecticut, yeah, the rubber ball was slower. Plastic ball was faster. This plastic ball that we use at Magic City is, I'm sure you've heard the explanation, is about the same density as a hockey puck. As far as the speed, so when a player throws it, count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 between the time that it's thrown and the time that it's caught. And you'll see that it's actually faster. Also, the fact that we don't have a chick-chack and a chula here, the points go on and on, as we saw Friday night when I believe I know you were watching, because that's when you made the comment about the announcing at the lines, or I was told you were. But, again, you're talking about a slow-moving ball. You're talking about a slow-moving ball with Lopez. Lopez doesn't feel that way. Are we supposed to suggest that Lopez doesn't know what he's talking about? Manu doesn't feel that way. That's LaDouche from Dania a few years ago and Miami before that. Are we going to suggest that he doesn't know what he's talking about? No. You're viewing on TV, and maybe you have seen it in person, and the views from the front wall and back wall, the clarity is great, but it doesn't give you an idea for the real speed of the ball. We're not talking about hardness compared to the traditional pelota. We don't have that discussion anymore. It's really just kind of silly to have. That type of highlight did not work in the United States. Game feels super slow. I don't know where you're watching from. Ara sits next to me on my right-hand side. So when you look through the back wall, I'm in the center. Andrew is sitting to my left. So when you're looking from the camera, and Ara is literally sitting on the right-hand side. He doesn't feel that way either. So you've played amateur for decades, and that's great. I played in the Miami Highlight School and beginning in 1983, played through 88, and have been in the business of hiring and arranging highlight players for, 20 years. So we're not trying to sell anybody on anything. Just speaking reality. People have had a problem with Magic City from the traditional highlight world literally since the beginning. And not going to change anything. It's not like we're going to run out and build a full-size highlight court that no one will come to for the benefit of the few people who still remember what highlight was like. It's such a small community. And I know because my income and my work was dependent upon it for the majority of my adult life. That's what my position is based on. Oh, thank you. Yes, no, definitely responding to you. It's like we want people to be comfortable. So in slowing down the announcing, it's really just more habit than anything else. It really is just more habit. It's just kind of the way that I announce is very reflexive. Andrew?
I agree. I don't know. I mean, I thought something was coming out, but there's nothing profound.
That's okay.
Hey.
You know, this chit-chat in between games is new.
Yeah.
You know,
this is new.
And it turns out that I enjoy it in the beginning. I didn't think I was going to be comfortable with it. Now I really like it. Being able to talk to people while they're watching, I think, is terrific. I'm just glad, Mr. Smith, as long as you've been watching, that you're still watching highlight. And yeah, it's different here at Magic City. Thank goodness it's different. The old way of, just look at the old videos on YouTube. It's really, I miss it. And it's sad.
We got game 5, some doubles action beginning right now.
Time to begin Game 5. It is a spectacular 7-doubles match, part of the Doubles Championship Series here at Magic City. Up first and serving, red shirts post 1, Ikeda and Ben. Receiving blue post 2, CRB and Benny. Thank you, Mr. Richardson. And that, for the most part, is that's what we want. That's what we want for everybody. It's like I've said since the very beginning. This may not be for you. And it is for some people, and it's not for others. I'm just glad we're still playing highlight and playing it well. There have been some fantastic points, both in Pelota and Battle Court. Ikeda serves. We begin. There's a backhand by Benny to the inside. There's a backhand by Ben. Backhand now by Ben to the inside. Benny on the catch, this time from the 12 line. Rebote forehand. Ikeda on the catch. Here's the backhand. Ikeda hops up at the 10 line. Big right side. Caught by Benny. Catch by Ikeda. Here's the backhand. Benny now from the 10 line. Goes to the wall, actually. Rebote coming out. A well-played first point, point 2. White shirts, a post 3. Interlock and Julian. Mr. Smith not trying to suggest that this ball is faster. I wouldn't suggest that. But as far as the pace of the games, look no further than this past Friday night with Lopez. Here's the backhand by Benny. Catch by CRB. Here's the backhand. I'm just glad you're enjoying. That ball caught the pad, and the pad is bad. Point 2. Joe on the board, 2 points. Here's post 4. The green shirts received Juice and Nicholas.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Robote coming out. Rotate forehand by Nicholas, midcourt. Rotate left side. Powerful backhand by Benny. This Robote coming out. Nicholas going to take it at the 6 line. Wow. Wow. Arta, there will be an extra 20 in your next paycheck. Sorry about that. Okay. Point 2. Receiving, black shirts, post 5. Carballo substituting for Bueno and Robin. Robin on the backhand. Ball tip, point 2. Two on the board with 4 points. Here's post 6, Hiro in Tennessee. Adam, all I can do is tell you, sorry, Mr. Smith, all I can do is tell you right now, Hiro from Dania, right there in the front court. Just walked out on the court. Nicholas, that was Yeche. We have Manu, he's not playing today. That's Leduc. We have Lopez, best backcourter arguably of the last 20 years in Iowa. And they all say the same thing. The pace of play on the court here at Magic City is faster than what they're used to. Robote left side by Hiro. Robote left side to the inside. Here's Benny from the 8 line. Robote left side. Catch by Benny. Here's a backhand by Tennessee. Benny going for a twisted forehand Robote of sorts that did not work. Point 6. Pink, post 7, Gaucheri and Flores. Manu, so just so you know, Manu is actually towards the latter part of his career. And yeah, that's Leduc from Miami, both Miami and Dania. Began his professional career back in 2006 or 7 was his first year at Miami. Here's Flores on the catch, backhand to the inside. Tennessee, backhand from the 11 line. Gaucheri, forehand Robote. Hiro's there. Backhand. Robote saved by Hiro. Gaucheri has it. Tennessee from the 11 line. Sherry on the catch. Backhand. Robote left side by Gaucheri to the inside. Here's Tennessee. Backhand from the 12. Scoop by Flores. Here's the backhand. Robote fire to the inside. Here's Tennessee. Robote forehand by Gaucheri. Tennessee now from the 12 line. Backhand to the inside. That ball is on the wall. Out to the Robote. Gaucheri makes the save. Ball tipped. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts of Post 8, we have Jedden and Manny. Here's a backhand by Manny. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1, Ikeda and Ben. Here's a backhand by Ben. Catch by Manny. Jedden on the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Manny from the 11 line to the inside. Ikeda lets it pass. Here's Ben. Backhand from the 12. Ben, tough catch on the left side. Manny from the 11. Forehand to the inside. Beautiful catch by Manny. There's the forehand. Point 8. Eight with 3 points. Here's post 3. Anderluck and Julian. Backhand by Julian to the inside. Here's Manny from the 9 line. Point 8. Possible game point for the purple shirts of post 8. Jedden and Manny trying to stop them in the green of post 4. Juice and Nicholas. Costado to the inside. Here's Manny. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Robote. Caught by Nicholas. Costi to the inside. Here's a backhand. Scoop by Jedden. Nicholas for the Robote. Thrown to the inside. Robote left side by Manny. Clips. Caught by Nicholas. Here's a catch by Jedden. Costado will score. That is a beautifully played point by both teams. Point 4. 4 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 5, Carballo and Robin. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Robote coming out.
Nicholas fakes the 2-all, puts the coastie back inside. Big bounce. Robin reads it well. Juice on the catch. Robin's there. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Point 5. Receiving post 2, the blue shirts, CRB and Benny. Here's a backhand by Benny. Hard throw to the inside. Scoop attempt, tip, point 5. 5 with 4 points. Here's post 7, the pink shirts return. Gaucheri and Flores. Gaucheri picks an amazing serve and scores on the return. Point 7. Yellow shirts, post 6, higher on Tennessee receive. Catch by Tennessee. Forehand. Flores from the 12 line. There's a backhand by Gaucheri. Costello 2-all. It's out. Point 6. 6 has 4. Receiving post 1, Ikeda and Ben. Here's a catch by Ben. Here's the backhand. Here's a catch by Tennessee. Forehand from the 13 line. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Oh, that fell short, point 1. One team on the board with 2 points. Here's post 3. Anderluck and Julin.
Point one. Purple of post 8, return with possible game point. It's Jedden and Manny. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That is point and game, post 8. Jedden and Manny. 2-5, 6 and 1. Pair off and playoff for second and third. 2 first serves to 5. It's JBTV, absolutely. When before Goico came to Miami in 2002, there was that 3-year period. Goico, Arteche in the front court, Salazabal, Urquiaga in the backcourt, Perry. Had a phenomenal roster. There's the backhand. Different generation, Adam, but yes, definitely. Mendy actually's enjoyed playing at Magic City a few times with Ara. Those were great practices to watch. There's a forehand by Carballo, picked up beautifully by Benny. Big backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. Benny takes it on the bounce. Hooked is the rebote, 0.5. 6 serves to 1. Winner of this point meets 5, and then continuing playoff for second and third. It's a backhand by Ben. There's a backhand by Ikeda. There's a catch by Tennessee. Forehand to the inside. Hiro to the outside, makes a fine catch, powerful throw, 3-wall play. Ikeda, great read on the rebote. Good duck by Hiro. Excellent. Keep it up. 0.6. 5 serves 6. This is for second and third place. There's a catch by Tennessee, backhand from the 10 line. Beautiful catch by Tennessee at the 12. Carballo midcourt. Powerfully from the forehand. Tennessee's there again. Rebote left side to the inside. Here's Robin. Backhand from the 7 line, powerfully thrown. This rebote coming out to the 5 line. Turned on the forehand of Hiro. Tennessee, that's a great catch at the 13 line. He comes back over the top. Outside placement. Perfectly thrown by Hiro to score. 6 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish, 865. Your price will be up in a moment.
Winning game 5, post 8. Jedden and Manny taking second, post 6. Hiro and Tennessee coming in third, post 5. Carballo and Robin. 8-6-5 is the official order of finish. 4. Game number 5. There are your prices. $2 quinella, 6-8, $105.60. Trifecta 865, 634 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game 6 rather. The first of our feature singles games. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Post time for game 6. 7 minutes. Good luck. Mr. Vance. So, is there any way to get a simulcast agreement for the Red Mile in Lexington, Kentucky? So, when it comes to what we play, what we call pelota, which is quinellas, which is pari-mutuel highlight, which is obviously what you're watching now, it has to be legal in the state to place pari-mutuel wagers on highlight. I don't know that highlight is approved in Kentucky. In fact, I believe it specifically isn't. Usually, and what that gets back to is, obviously, Mr. Vance, you know, if you're in Kentucky, you're in horse country. And the thoroughbred associations have been very protective of, you know, by history, we're going back, because remember, simulcast now goes back, and OTB stuff goes back, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s. Not until the 90s here in Florida. So I'm not sure that that's possible. I would love to. I'd love to have pari-mutuel wagering on highline in basically every state. Hold tickets as opposed to Adam Smith. Of course, you know that, you know, so many people taking their tickets and just casting them on the floor. And then you had a group of people who would pick up the tickets and then start feeding them into the automated machines because, you know, we throw outs tickets away all the time. Can you wager on this anywhere? Watchandwager.com. Depending upon where you are, it's state by state. So it's watchandwager.com for pari-mutuel wagering. And then it's DraftKings or BetRivers for the Battle Court product. That's straight up sports betting. Mr. Smith, talking about the former World Highlight, yeah, I mean, no one's going to argue that Miami and Tampa prior to 1980, the Miami roster, so with Joey, Assis, Remen, Uriarte, Salazar, I mean, yeah, that was a phenomenal roster. And Tampa, just slightly under it with some fantastic names as well. And then Hartford opens in 1980 for the summer season, and what happens? The best of Miami and the best of Tampa go to Hartford for the summer season, and you have this 1 3-month period in highlight where you arguably have the best singles played. Second, I'd say the best singles of the 20th century would have been 1980, 81, something like that season in Hartford, Connecticut, when you had Joey Bolivar and Assis all playing quinellas in Hartford. That roster's impossible. And that's when it was still World Highlight before Buddy Berenson separated from World Highlight and of course took over Hartford Highlight and made it Berenson's Hartford Highlight. That was when it was still part of World. So the old World system, you're absolutely right. I mean, those frontons were amazing. But, you know, it's like talking about anything from the past. You know, I used to like going to my local pharmacy, you know, with a handwritten prescription and handing it to the pharmacist and it would be filled. You know, it's, you know, for a few bucks. You know, it's there's so many things that could be said about the things that we miss. Someone today was telling me that we have, what's its name? That the Marlins are so poorly attended that in 2 weeks you can buy seats for $5.
Oh yeah.
It's, you know, everything has changed. And as far as our live attendance, remember something, we're only open to the public on Sundays for
Only once,
Pari-mutuel.
yeah.
So when you don't see anybody, if you're watching it, you don't see anybody here Monday and Tuesday, we're not open to the public.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a leftover vestigial issue from the COVID days. The majority of our money comes in through ADWs. So, yeah, talking about, again, R is standing up and walking towards the player's cage right now, holding his hip, and actually still occasionally comes out and plays on the court. It's wonderful to see. It really is a wonderful thing to see. Michelena Zaria, R Zaria were phenomenal teams. Zaria passed. Zaria and Saroa both have unfortunately passed. A number of highlight players have. But that's where we're at. So yes, I like the fact that you're passionate. And when we come to disagreement in the chat between yourself or others and Steve, Steve is one of our earliest, most fervent fans, period. Just is. Phenomenal supporter of the program, phenomenal supporter.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
and just basically like myself, a bit defensive about the program. Because having worked in Highline for so many years, having heard the complaints of customers as assistant general manager Miami Highline, as general manager of Fort Pierce, as assistant manager, general manager of Ocala, and the last general manager of Tampa, having heard these complaints, I know how brutal the highlight audience can be. And so my first job when I was hired for Magic City was believing that I was somehow supposed to protect these players from that nonsense. All the amateurs that didn't get contracts and all these other conversations that have been had for so many years and the godforsaken issues from 1988. All that stuff. None of the original Magic City players should ever be subjected to that, to the garbage that was associated with the passion associated with Highlight. They're just completely not deserving of that. That's the way that I saw my earliest. And Andrew's been...
Yeah.
You seem to enjoy it.
Yeah. Let's see a video of Ara playing, or
you'd have to do a search on YouTube. There's a couple. There's
I've
one of
seen
him
some.
playing a tournament in Milford.
Yeah,
There's one of him playing a tournament in Milford.
that had to be the one that I've seen.
I put a couple things in our chat every now and then that come up on Facebook, but because usually when you do R, it comes up with R the second. Of course, his younger brother Carlos, who was the standout player at Tampa. Time to begin Game 6. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving, the red shirt at post 1, Douglas. Sitting blue at post 2, Manny. There's a serve. We begin. Backhand by Manny. Douglas takes it on the forehand from 10 line to the inside. Rebote left side by Manny. Douglas advances, takes it in the air. Douglas makes the catch. Costello 2-all, caught the pad. Any part of the pad is bad, point 2. Receiving the white shirt at post 3, Aratz. The furthest we've gotten, Adam Smith, is ESPN3, which you see on our side board for our Battle Court games. Our Battle Court games have been simulcast for the last 2 years on, not simulcast, have been broadcast on ESPN3. Getting up to ESPN2, bit of a push. We expect our World Super Court this year in August to be on ESPN2, hopefully. Here's a backhand by Rotz to the inside. Manny makes the catch.
Point 2. Receiving the green shirt at post 4, go Sherry. Well, you can't see him live on the court, but you can see Ara. If you see me here waving, hi, that's me waving. Ara's right over there. The guy with his head down looking at a ball. That's Ara. I know you don't remember him with silver hair, but it's kind of true for all of us. Here's go Sherry. Backhand from the 11 line to the inside. Robote forehand by Manny. Go Sherry's there. Well, actually, he's the player manager, but he's also the chief judge, but he's not a judge on the court. Ours here. Point 2. 2 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 5. Julian. Point 2. Two on the board with 4 points. Here's post 6. Iñaki. Here's a backhand by Iñaki. That clears the overhead screen. Robote kicks out to the 5 line. That ball does not clear the overhead screen. Point 6. Iñaki takes over the serve. Here is the pink of post 7. Worn by Nicholas.
Mr. Smith, he's right in front of Iñaki, right next to the, just to the right of Jairo, actually, right behind the server.
He's sitting down behind the glass wall.
He's the leftmost person there, you see, of the 3
If you see
heads.
that reflection that says where you see City backwards, he's right between the T and the Y. That's Ara. Juan Ramon Arrasate, our player manager. Back to the inside, the ball goes. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Ball's on the sidewall and tip, point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple of post 8, Jairo. Robote forehand. Scoop by Iñaki. There's the backhand. Point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, Douglas Shred at post 1. Robote forehand save by Jairo. Robote left side. Big bounce. Stopped by Douglas. Robote to the outside. Here's the catch by Douglas. Douglas to the inside. Jairo just missed the Robote. Tremendous point, point 1. One with 2 points. Here's post 3. The white shirt receives. Aratz. Sorry, Adam. We draw the line at requests. We don't really do requests. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Robote forehand by Douglas. Aratz is there. Big backhand by Aratz. Robote. Forehand by Douglas. Douglas on the Robote to the inside. Aratz is there. Carom by Aratz. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas from the forehand. Aratz makes the catch in the back. Beautiful soft 2-all on the back pedal to score. 0.3. Dre with 2 points. Here's post 4. Go Shitty. Here's a backhand by Gauchetti. Aratz makes the catch. Fake 2-all inside placement picked off by Gauchetti. Here's the backhand. Robote left side by Aratz. Aratz digs out the Robote. That save falls short. Good effort, 0.4. Black shirt at post 5. Julian receives. Julian reaches back to make the catch. Gauchetti sets up for the Robote. To the inside it goes. Catch on the forehand of Julian. Gauchetti, backhand from the 11. Here's the backhand by Julian. A Robote coming out. Catch by Julian at the 9 line. Lower and harder to the inside. A Robote by Gauchetti. Down low, it scores. 0.4. 4 points for the 4 post. Blue at post 2. Manny receives. Answering Adam Smith, yes. Casino Miami still, the main interior of the fronton still looks the same way that it did in the 80s and 90s and as recently as a few years ago. But they don't play highly. But the court is still intact and the auditorium seating is still intact. The restaurant on the 4th floor has been, for the most part, dismantled. There's a backhand by Manny. Robote forehand by Gauchetti. Manny makes the catch. Robote left side, right up the middle. Manny makes the catch at the 10 line. Carom caught the pad, 0.4. Possible game point for the green and post 4. Gauchetti trying to stop him, Nicholas. No, actually, decoupling was voted into the state of Florida a few years ago, so they don't need to play highlight in order to operate their poker room and slots. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Robote left side. There's a catch by Nicholas. Backhand from the 9 line. That ball thrown inside to score for the win. Point and game, Greena, post 4, Gauchetti. 4 wins it, 2 places, 6, 1, and 3 are playing off for 3rd place. 6 first serves, 2-1. No, last time they played was either 2020 or 2021. I forget which it was. And they brought the best
the best of the best. We're all playing there at the same time. Goico, Lopez, Aritz. No one came to watch. Old story in traditional highline, unfortunately. There's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Inaki, Rebote saved to the inside. Douglas is there. Goes to the inside. What a scoop by Inaki. Inaki attacks on the forehand. That's in and out of the cesta. Point 1. One on the board with 4 points. Here's post 3. Arat. It's JBTV. I don't think you'll be seeing. Maybe you'll see a tournament or something like that at Casino Miami at some point. But I don't think you're going to see Pari-mutuel highlight anytime soon. Rebote left side to the outside, stopped by Aratz. Aratz from the forehand. What a catch by Douglas. Big backhand. Rebote kicking all the way out. Aratz to the inside. Here's Douglas. Backhand. Ooh, tipped. 1 shows. Unofficial order finish, 4-2-1. Your price will be up in a moment. (4-2-1), the official order finish for Game 6. $2 Quinella, 2-4, 28-40. Trifecta, 4-2-1, 127-60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 7, the second of our 2 doubles games. This one played 2-7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. Program change. Game 7, post 3. Take out Hyro, put in Douglas. Game 7, post 3. The team is Douglas and Kubala. There's a scratch. Game 7, post 7. Take out Bueno. Replace Bueno with Carballo. Game 7, post 7. Scratch Bueno. Replace Bueno with Carballo. Post time for Game 7. 7 minutes. Good luck.
Clear. Jedden on the hop, brings it in. Sidearm forehand. Manny knows where to be, pulls in another one. Back over the top. Here's Benny. Nice catch on the left side up overhead. El Barba, that's a tough Rebote save.
Rebote forehand by Tennessee is low to the inside. CRB's on it, winding up. Kind of a drop shot. Tennessee got to it, though. Throws it to the outside. What a save by CRB. Here's the catch by Nicholas from the outside. Big right side. Kubala looking for the Rebote. He makes a beautiful save.
Rebote, saved by Julin. He digs it out. Moreno Rebote right at the feet. Julin scoops that one up. Douglas keeps this one to the outside. Julin has it on the forehand. Sidearm play. Just out of reach, and Douglas, though, digs out a tough rebote. That's a big bounce over Julin.
Carballo, backhand. Rebote forehand by Benny in the middle of the court. Carballo from the 7 line. Rebote saved by Benny. That's beautiful. Caught by Julin at the 9 line. He goes deep. Rebote saved beautifully by Arat.
Did get there. Backhand lobbed and clearing the overhead screen. Forehand, Rebote powered. Caught off the sidewall. Rotz turns Rebote on the backhand. Manny, that kicked up. But what an effort on the backhand.
Rebote forehand saved by Iriondo. Sherry's there. Here's Iriondo. Backhand. Low runner. Sherry dug it out. Made contact. Rebote forehand saved by Manny. Here's Carballo backing in. Rebote saved by Manny.
And folks, that top 10 there takes us down under 2 minutes from the start of game 7. High five. Looks to be safe today. 4 or 5 numbers up on the board. We'll be back tomorrow. 1:30 p.m. post time for 8 more Pelota games. Your chance to play the high five tomorrow and collect that $2,000 that is guaranteed in every performance. All you have to do is pick the winners of games 3 through 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so. That's how you will cash in on the minimum $2,000 guaranteed in every performance.
Time to begin game 7. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points doubling after the first round of play. Red shirts post 1, serve Jed and Manny. Receiving blue post 2, Inaki and Bragley. Here's the serve. We begin. Here's the backhand by Manny. Catch by Inaki. Robote at the sidewall, dropped in. Inyaki's there at the 4 line. The 2-all is out, point 1. Receiving the white shirts at post 3, Douglas and Kubala. Douglas picks the serve. Drop shot, scores. Point 3. Receiving the green shirts post 4, Gaucheri and Flores. Here's a backhand by Kubala. Flores is there, backhand from the 11 line. Robote left side by Douglas, big bounce. Flores is there, tip ball, point 3. Black shirts, post 5 receive. Cool Fitness and Arats. Here's the backhand by Arats. Douglas is there. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Douglas from the 8 line to the inside. Arats is there. Here's Arats from the 13 line over the top. Douglas makes the catch behind him. Drop shot to the inside. What a phenomenal catch by Cool Fitness. Here's a backhand by Arats. Backhand to the outside. Douglas takes it on the forehand. Douglas powerfully from the right side. Robote forehand. Point 3. Round with 3 points. Here's post 6. Anderluck and Julian receive. Adam Smith, the female player, I think you're talking about Becky Smith. She played at Calder, not here at Magic City. Julian on the forehand to the inside. Point 3. Robote by Douglas right up the middle. Scoop by Carballo. And a beautiful Costado 2-all to score. Point 7. Post 8 receive. CRB and Benny. Point 8.
We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, blue at post 2. Iñaki and Bragley. What a catch by Benny. Forehand to the inside. Here's Inaki. Bragley on the catch from the 10 line to the inside. CRB's there. Here's a backhand from the 8 line. Robote. Benny on the scoop. Backhand from the 10. Bragley's there. Powerful forehand by Bragley, caught by Benny. Benny quickly from the forehand. Catch by Iñaki. Iñaki on the backhand. Benny's there. Robote, that rebound off the back wall played by Iñaki. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 10 line. Bragley from the forehand to the inside. Benny's there. Backhand. Catch by Benny. Forehand. Played to pass. Caught in the air by Bragley. Beautiful catch by Iñaki. There's the backhand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Falls short. Good effort. Point 2. Receiving, red of post 1, Jedin and Manny. So Ramate, Adam, is any kill shot, realistically. I mean, just Ramate is kill shot. But you heard it used back then. Most of the world announcers, et cetera, we'd say Ramate for the Costado 2-ball. The actual throw is a Costado. So that's the shoulder level throw from the left side that they use for the left side Robote and also to kill the ball. Joey was known for his Costado. And the 2-all is just the 2-all. So it's Ramate, but Ramate can be any kill shot in its literal definition. Here's a catch by Jedin. Backhand to the inside. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Manny gets in there to save the Robote. Inaki attacks, but lets it pass. Bragley from the forehand. Manny makes the save. Inaki scoops it up. Backhand from the 5 line. Robote, forehand. That scores. Beautifully played by Inaki to the inside. 2 with 4 points. Serving to the 4 posts goes Sherry and Flores. Chula will score. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue post 2. Iñaki and Bragley. Trying to stop them are Cool Fitness and Arat. Forehand by Bragley, powerfully thrown. Aratz makes the catch at the 9 line. There's the backhand by Aratz. Bragley makes the catch. Robote left side. That clears the overhead screen and lands in. Robote save will fall short. Point in game, post 2. Iñaki and Bragley. 2-team wins it, 3 places, 7-8 1 playoff for 3rd place. 7 first serves to 8. Karam from Benny scores. Point 8. Possible show point for CRB and Benny. Trying to stop them, Jedden and Manny. Here's the backhand by Manny. What a catch by Benny. Manny from the 8 line, backhand to the inside. Juggling on the catch of a Benny, point 1. 1 with 3, 8 has 3. This is show point, 1 serves to 8. Rotate left side by CRB. That goes off the overhead screen. 3rd place finish for post 1. Jedden and Manny. Unofficial order finish 2-3-1. Your price will be up in a moment. Winning game 7, post 2, Inaki and Bragley taking 2nd, post 3. Douglas and Kubala coming in 3rd, post 1, Jedden and Manny. 2-3-1, the official order finish for game 7. High 5, 52842 for 5 numbers, returning $50.60. $2 wager on 2 to win, $12. $2 Quinella, 2-3, $30.60. Trifecta, 2-3-1, $242.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 8. Spectacular 7 singles match, the final game in this afternoon's performance. Next game is played 2. 7 points, points doubling after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 8. Post time is 7 minutes away. Good luck.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play Highline.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlights.
I was like,
they paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, play Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is gonna pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that is a trailer for the award-winning documentary about the inaugural season of play right here at Magic City. That is called Magic City Hustle. It's directed by Billy Corbin, creator of Cocaine Cowboys, Screwball, The U, much more. This film highlights the transition of these Magic City athletes from respective careers in other sports. Right here, the highlight fronton. You can now watch Magic City Hustle directly from Google Play or iTunes. It is as simple as that. Either rent or buy from either platform. If you buy it for just a few dollars more, you can enjoy it as many times as you like for life. Get it forever.
Juggling, Andrew. Do you have an opinion on juggling?
One of the best jugglers I've ever seen. 4th birthday party of my friend. This guy didn't miss.
Thank you for telling us all that you came from such a privileged upbringing that your friends could afford hired help juggling. Okay, we get that. I'm talking about juggling and highlight.
Look, you got to play by the rules.
Adam,
don't juggle
Adam
the ball.
Understands that it's not just him. I attack everybody, basically.
catch the ball. What do we say, Stu? Just catch the ball. Don't juggle it.
Just catch the ball.
It's not that hard. Just catch the ball.
Be honest with you, it is hard to see. If you're catching a backhand, you're standing like about 5 feet from the sidewall, anywhere from like the 9 to 12. It's really hard to see the juggles on the left side. I mean, with a glass
almost
back
impossible.
wall. Yeah, with a glass back wall. And I remember like with the different announcers' booths at the different frontons that were on the back wall. So that was Tampa, Ocala, Fort Pierce. Miami and Dania were both on the front wall. On the back wall, you could see from that view, the judges just can't see it from the wood, or they can't see it from the outside there. It's also hard to see here, but they have been calling them. They have been calling them tighter, I would say. And look, we're in our 7th year. It's like, in the beginning, the judges would say how. I said, well, if it's really glaring, call it. But guys are just learning how to play now. No, call it.
We'll be back tomorrow. Again, 8 Pelota games prior to that battle court that begins at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Renegades and Chargers, Stu. That's going to be a fun one. Top 2 teams competing for the #1 seed. Well, 2 of the top teams, I should say. Chargers in 3rd place at the moment. Renegades in 2nd. I mean, really, at this point, I don't think there's been a battle court season where it's been this competitive going into the playoffs. I mean, you got 4 teams, and I could really see any of them getting hot and winning the championship. I mean, you see the Devils is the 4th seed. That'd be the easiest one to just rule out. But they got Olharan. I mean, Urbietta's slept maybe 3 hours in the last 3 weeks. Olharan hasn't been on the court in 2 weeks. And they had a tough game day on Friday. But, again, knowing it was kind of expected for that team. They're just going to get better and better. And as we get to May, they're going to be back to what we saw before Olharan went out.
Agreed, 100%. So, perfect analysis. Yeah, the battle court has been fun.
It's been a great season. Will be our 5th championship It'll be played on May 17th. You want to come on down? We will be open to the public, of course, for every Friday night. We'll be open to both semifinals. One semifinal will be played Friday, May 10th. The second semifinal will be played Sunday, May 12th. On Friday night, the start time for the semifinal, 7 p.m. Eastern. Sunday start time, May 12th, will be 5 p.m. Eastern. And Randolph, you were spot on. You had it. I'm sorry I didn't say it earlier, but 2-3-1 did come in Game 4. Again, that will be tomorrow for Battle Court, Renegades, and I didn't say the matches, Stu. I didn't say the matches.
Darn it, Andrew.
Gowanag and Benny get us started. That's terrific. We might get a smile, Jadna. We might get a smile. Then, Gosheri and Ben take on Iturbide and Ubia. Gowanaga and Arta against Zuleika Bradley. Then Arats against Iturbide. Then, Joseph and Arta against Elbarba and Ubia. And Gosheri and Arats take on Zuleika and Benny. Chargers Renegades tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Let's play Game 8, Stu.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to begin our 8th and final game for this Sunday afternoon. A spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points doubling after the first round of play. Serving. Red shirt at post 1, Gosheri. Receiving blue post 2, Iñaki. Here's a backhand by Iñaki. Robote coming out. Iñaki takes it in the air. Backhand from the 7 line. Hard to the inside it goes. Gosheri's there. The outside. Iñaki chases it down. Returns a carom. Gosheri has it on the costado. Hard to the inside. Just away from the tip of Iñaki Sesto. Well played. Point 1. Here's the white shirt at post 3, worn by Arats. Fat Boy, yes. I feel bad calling you Fat Boy. I mean, but that's how you're listed here in the chat. It is with a P. Fat Boy, would I consider visiting St. Pete? Of course, absolutely. There's a backhand by Arats. Robote coming out. Arats makes the catch in the air. 2 all, out, point 1. One with 2 points. Here's the green at post 4, worn by Douglas. Robote forehand by Gosheri. Costado stopped by Gosheri. Gosheri going high and scoring. Point 1. One with 3 points. Here's post 5. Here's Benny. Point 1. 4 points for the 1 post. Here is the yellow shirt at post 6, worn by Manny. Charles, it's good to be heard. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you. Costado 2-all will score for Gaucheri. 5 straight points. He serves the pink shirt of post 7 worn by Jairo. Here's a backhand by Jairo. Gaucheri makes the catch. Backhand from the 10 line. Costado to the inside will pass and score point 1. Gaucheri's gone 6 straight to a possible game point. Trying to stop him is Nicholas. Bote left side to the inside. Nicholas is there. Backhand from the 10 line. Sherry on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully, powerfully thrown. Scoop by Gaucheri. Nicholas gets in there, saves the rebote. Here's Gaucheri winding up. Costado 2-all will land in and score. That is point, and a perfect game with no other points on the board for the red shirt of post 1, Gaucheri. Wang wins it 2-3, 4-5, 6, 7, and 8. Playoff for second and third. 2 first serves, 2-3. Backhand by Aratz. Rebote 2-all by Aratz. That opens up and scores. Point 3. Three with 2 points. Here's post 4. Douglas. Rebote forehand is saved by Aratz. Point 3. Black shirt to post 5, Benny receive. Point 5. In this matchup, we have Benny serving to Manny. Inside placement scores for Manny. Point 6. Receiving, pink of post 7, Jairo. Here's the backhand by Manning. Catch by Jairo. The ball hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. Point 7, 7 with 2 points. Jairo takes over the serve. Nicholas receives. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Rotate forehand. Nicholas on the rotate to the inside. Scoop by Jairo. Rotate left side. It's a 2-all. Just out. 0.7. Possible place point for post 7. Jairo trying to stop him. Iñaki. Robote left side to the inside. Scoop high on the left side of Jairo. Iñaki, forehand Robote. Robote forehand by Jairo. Here's Iñaki, backhand to the inside. Costello 2-all, hit the pad. Point and place, post 7. Jairo, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish, 173. Your price will be up in a moment. It's official, winning game 8, post 1, Gosheri. He had a perfect game, taking second, post 7, Jairo. Coming in third, post 3, Aratz. $2 Quinella 1-7, 28-20. Trifecta 173, 149.40. $2 wager on 1 to win, 880. Late pick 3, 4-2-1, 3 of 3 numbers, $78. 4 of 8 in the Mighty Ocho, 190. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Sunday afternoon performance of Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight channel. We're glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us again tomorrow, post time 1:30 p.m. with Battle Court at 5 p.m. on behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Highlight. We do appreciate you joining us today, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone. If you're here in the Fronton, please drive carefully.